Hey Facebook, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey, and this is your short-range forecast covering the hazardous weather outlook for Hampton Roads in Northeast North Carolina from Monday, January 10th through Wednesday, January 12th. Today is Sunday, January 9th, 2011. This is your current weather map. We see the low pressure system just pushed out of Texas. This low pressure brought lots of snow to Fort Worth, Dallas-Fort Worth, Carrollton region today. Even El Paso saw a little bit of snow before it kind of faded out, just a trace, however. Arkansas now starting to get it. As this low pressure really pushed off the coast, we saw it explode, and look how big this storm system is. It was very small earlier compared to how big it is now, leading up into the Midwest, even in the Four Corners region. We're going to see that continue to grow. That's going to be our winter storm, holding at a 60% chance for a winter storm, 50% chance for an ice storm. Latest weather alerts, the purple indicate winter weather advisories. Blue, right here, this little slight blue indicates a winter storm watch. I'm expecting to see these advisories push over into Hosky, Windsor, Elizabeth City tomorrow, and then even into the Hampton Roads regions, covering Williamsburg, Richmond, Wakefield, Franklin, Norfolk, Chesapeake, everywhere basically, including the Eastern Shore. We should all be under a winter storm or winter weather advisory in the next 24 hours. Expected snowfall dusting to an inch, very likely. High risk, moderate risk for 1 to 3, 3 to 5, holding at a low risk. We could see these increase or decrease if we see a shift in the models. Ice accumulations, very high risk for at least a 1/10 inch of ice. 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of ice, holding at a moderate risk. Same with 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice, holding at a moderate risk. Expected rain, high risk for trace. We expect 100% chance of trace amount. 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, high risk. Moderate risk for 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, and 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, holding at a low risk. Now, rain means freezing rain and rain, not breaking it down between the two. That will be done tomorrow. Right now, I just know we will see rain. I don't know how much freezing rain we'll see, and I don't know how much standard rain we will see. That's what I have yet to determine. That's what will become a little more easier to determine in the next 2 model runs, at the midnight run and at the 6 a.m. model run. So we'll definitely get those figured out tomorrow for you. Mariners forecast moderate risk for rough seas, low risk for beach erosion, and sorry about that. Low risk for coastal flooding as well. We're going to have some onshore winds from the northeast as that system wraps its wind around. Low risk for coastal flooding. Of course, that's only in those flood-prone areas. You know who you are if you're considered flood-prone. My final thoughts, we have a lot of factors yet to be determined. A simple shift in the path by 50 miles to the east could easily translate to no rain and even all snow. Very possible, and I put that in there because we saw a model shift with the 6 p.m. model. If we see some consistency, it's possible. We're reaching the 36-hour mark, and why it's possible is any changes that are on the models indicate it's likely, because the models are more accurate now. Any consistency we see between one model and another model within 2 model runs, within a 6-hour period, we can determine probable. If we see a consistency between the 6 p.m. model run and the 12 a.m. model run tonight, that change that I saw will be considered probable. Didn't change it, I haven't changed it yet, but if I see the change, if I see the consistency between the 6 p.m. and the midnight model tonight, I will change my forecast, and you'll be sure to know about it. We're reaching 24 hours away from the nowcasting, so any last-minute changes to the forecast have to be done in 24 hours. If it's not done within 24 hours, the forecast is likely to stay the way it is. Tuesday and Wednesday is also very hazardous driving days. We're going to see a lot of freezing on the roadways, a lot of snow, a lot of ice, a lot of freezing rain. We don't know what we're going to see a lot of, but we know we're going to see a lot of one of those many things. It's going to be cold, so even if it's all rain, it's going to freeze. Very hazardous travel day on Tuesday morning because of the snow and sleet. Wednesday morning, whether it's rain or snow, it's going to be very hazardous because either one, it's going to freeze over. So I'll be posting my closings and my delays because they're very highly likely we'll see closings and delays on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll post those, of course, to my Facebook. Right now, this is my forecast. Monday night, we'll start to see some snow. It'll change. It'll start moving in 7 p.m. Isolated. 7 p.m. Starts turning into scattered by 10 p.m. and then likely by 1 a.m. By 1 a.m. everybody should see snow. Snow will continue to about 4 a.m. That's when we're going to see a snow-sleet mix, changing over to a sleet freezing rain mix around 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. sleet freezing rain from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then from 1 p.m. onward to about 4 or 5 p.m. we'll see all rain. From 5 p.m. onward, we'll start to see the rain starting to change over to freezing rain and sleet again. We'll see that sleet change over to snow by around 7 p.m. and then the snow exiting the region by 1 a.m. So snow to sleet to freezing rain to freezing rain to sleet to snow. Mainly a rain event, a little bit of snow, a little bit of ice. Mainly a rain event right now. That's very possible it could change. Keep watching my forecasts. I'll let you know if there's any big changes in them, especially at this midnight hour. So check back tonight at midnight. I'll have the update. Until now, until then, I'm meteorologist Zach Covey. This is your latest hazardous weather outlook.